terrible Tudors, gorgeous Georgians, slimy Stuarts, more Victorian, woeful wars, ferocious fights, stingy castles, daring knights, horrors that defy description, cutthroat council, bull Egyptian, vicious Vikings, cruel crime, punishment from ancient times, Roman rotten, rank and ruthless, cavemen, savage bears and tubulars, groovy Greeks, rainy sages,
Need 'em between Middle Ages.
gory stories, we do that. And your host, a talking rat. The past is no longer a mystery. Welcome to
Horrible Histories.
Wicked Witches.
People have believed in witchcraft for centuries, and in the Stuart era, we just loved accusing innocent people of being witches. Have you had an accident that wasn't your fault? Trip or fall at work? Suffered a personal injury or sickness? Then you could have been cursed by a witch. So get in touch with us at Witchfinders Direct. We'll find some innocent woman, say she's a witch, and have her burnt to death. Farmer Pocket of Crawley lost all his cabbages when they were eaten by slugs. He lost literally several shillings. So he called in Witchfinders. And we decided the slugs had been sent by the strange old woman who lived in the village. Yes, her.
Wasn't me.
Yes, it was. She's old and warty and looks a bit evil, don't you think? So we had her dragged away and given a fair trial. Do you have a cat?
Yeah.
Then thou art a witch! She was put to death, and her cat sent to prison. So if you have anything go wrong in your life, call Witchfinders Direct. We'll find some innocent old woman and blame her for it. Witchfinders, because old ladies deserve it.
In the 1600s, confessing to being a witch could result in burning. Not confessing to being a witch could result in being tortured until you said you were a witch, then in burning. Not all witches were burned. Other punishments included forced fasting, exile, hanging, beheading, stoning and gouging.
Time again for our fairy tale series, where the stories are retold in different historical settings. Today, The Frog Prince, the Stuart version. The beautiful princess had promised to kiss the frog.
But it's a frog.
You promised.
Oh,
And her father, the king, insisted she keep the promise.
all right.
So, kiss the frog she did. And the frog turned into a handsome prince. The princess was delighted. She wanted to marry the prince straight away and live happily ever after. But everyone had just seen her turn a frog into a person, and in Stuart times this was pretty conclusive proof that she was a witch.
God!
So the king had the princess taken away and burned at the stake. The end.
I don't mind witches myself. It's the black cats that give me the creeps. Many people also believed in witchcraft in the Middle Ages.
Hello, and welcome to the Middle Ages Witchcraft Show. Today, I'll be showing you how to kill an enemy witch style. For this, you'll need some soil from a new grave, the rib of a rich woman burnt to ashes, a black spider, the sap of an elder tree, and of course, an enemy.
Hello.
This is Marcia. She used to stick my head down a toilet at school, which is all the worse when you think that Middle Ages toilets are just pits full of poo.
You should have seen your face. Brilliant.
Anyway, first you need to mix up your ingredients and make a model of your enemy. Here's one I made earlier.
Looks nothing like me.
Next, you'll need a long needle. Now, just stick your needle in the model's leg, like so, and...
Didn't feel anything.
Okay. The heart!
Still nothing. Looks like your rubbish witchcraft doesn't work.
Of course it doesn't. That's because all witchcraft is absolute nonsense. But what I did do is hide one of these in your cupboard at home and told the Witchfinder General.
Where be the witch?
What?
We found this witch's tool in your house, witch.
But
Take her away to be burned at the stake.
I'm not a witch.
Can you stick her head down a toilet first?
If you like.
Cheers, mate.
Vicious Vikings.
Vikings had some pretty weird beliefs. Here are our top 3. At number 3...
Vikings believed that the first man and woman came from the sweat of a giant's armpit.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Fury, giant, stinky. Piney freshness, that's better. I am famed throughout the Viking world for my viciousness. My name is Eric Bloodaxe, and who might you be?
I am Asgot the Clumsy. How about we call it a draw?
Vikings were known in history by their first names and their nicknames. There really was one called Asgot the Clumsy, and even one called Con Smellyfeet. No prizes for guessing how he got his name. Ooh-wee.
Viking belief number 2.
Vikings believed that the sky was held up by 4 dwarves called North, South, East and West.
The sky held up by dwarves? Ow! No wonder giants keep hitting head. Oh.
We Vikings did believe some funny things. We thought that if we died in battle, then we'd get to go to Viking heaven. But if we died any other way, we'd go to Viking hell.
Name?
Thorvald, fierce.
Died in battle?
What do you think?
Ah, yeah. In you go. Welcome to Valhalla, Viking heaven.
Hi.
Name?
Asgot the Brave.
You don't seem to be on my list.
Well, I should be.
Well, Valhalla's only for Vikings who died in battle. Did you die in battle?
Yes.
Well, you're not on my list. I can't just let anyone in. Valhalla's a very popular place. You get to drink all night from the skulls of your enemies.
Cheers!
And you get to fight all day. Boys.
Great. What would happen out of interest if, say, you didn't die in battle? Say you died in bed. Where would you go?
Well, then I'd have to send you down to Viking hell. That's a freezing thatched hall, whose roof timbers are made from the spines of serpents which drip poison onto those below. And you have nothing to drink but goat's urine.
Well, it's a good job I died in battle then, because I did die in battle.
All right, in you go, Asgot the Brave.
Oh, Asgot the Brave? No. That's Asgot the Clumsy.
Hey?
Yeah, the clumsiest Viking that ever lived. He was having breakfast in bed, accidentally stabbed himself with his own dagger. He's an idiot.
So you didn't die in battle then?
No.
You did, in fact, die in bed.
Yes. Suppose it's a pint of goat's urine for me then, isn't it?
Move along, please.
Viking belief number 1.
The Vikings believed that their god, Thor, once dressed up as a woman to fool a giant who had stolen his hammer. Thor went to get it back.
Oh, hello. You very pretty girl. Oh! Pretty girl hurt giant's head. Oh! Sky too low. Oh, stinky. No fun being Viking giants.
Potty pioneers!
True or false? Famous explorer Christopher Columbus was the first European to discover America. It's false. A Viking called Leif Erikson got there almost 500 years before him. And here's another famous explorer who didn't get there first. I wonder why.
Captain Scott in Race to the South Pole, while our hardy British explorers beat the Norwegians.
Okay, old top boy. Time for our final checks.
What?
Let's have a look at some of this good old British equipment, shall we?
Righto, Captain Scott, sir!
Thin woolen jumper that freezes when wet.
Check!
Scratchy woolen trousers, guaranteed to cause a rash.
Check!
Agonisingly hard leather boots.
Just put them on, sir! I've got blisters already!
Top hole! Insufficient food supplies.
Check!
That better not have been my half of the apple. Absurdly heavy wooden sled that sticks to ice.
Check!
Hardy sled dogs, perfect for the South Pole's weather conditions.
No! Certainly not, sir!
Ha ha! Well done, old boy! Nearly got you! The Norwegians use those!
The big girls!
Poor quality horses! Ill-suited to Antarctic terrain!
6, sir!
Better make that 5! Right, that's it!
I think we're just about ready to go.
Let's show those Norwegians what for, sir!
Tally-ho!
Sometimes I think with all this top-notch equipment, sir, it makes adventuring almost too easy!
I know what you mean, Otopi! I know what you mean!
That list of equipment is all the stuff the British really took to the South Pole. And what happened to them? Well, not only did they lose the race, they all died in the frozen wasteland. Oh, what do you want? This is Horrible Histories.
Awful Egyptians.
Looking this good isn't easy. It's dead complicated to make a mummy.
Of Egyptian kings we know oh so many things, 'cause the archaeologists have dug their tombs. Now we're here to show how to treat a dead pharaoh, make a mummy that can decorate your room. First your dead king's lain on a table where his brain is pulled out with a wire through his nose. Then his guts and lungs, stomach, liver must be bunged in 4 jars so they do not decompose. Pour out salt to dry on the body, let it lie there for 40 days until it mummifies. In the bandage wrap up the body, leave a gap for the mouth and pop in artificial eyes. Hello! In the coffin cold, lay out prayers and little scrolls that will guard him on his journey far ahead. Pack his tomb with wealth, which he'll need for his health if he makes it to the country of the dead. Now you've done your job, there are villains who will rob, so our mummy and its coffin we defend. Build a pyramid high so it points up to the sky. Place your dead king deep inside, and that's the end.
Ancient Egyptians weren't very good at making mummies when they first started. Have a look at some of their early efforts.
Good morning, madam. How can I help?
My husband just died and I need to get him mummified.
I see. Well, we offer all types of mummification techniques, both ancient and modern. If you're feeling really nostalgic, we offer this service that dates back 2,000 years to the time of King's Heir.
What's with the arms?
Well, they hadn't quite perfected the art back then, so the arms tend to sort of...
fall off?
Yes, but we've replaced them with sticks. And does it really matter? You know where he's going.
Whatever, what else have you got? Come on, chop, chop.
Perhaps Madam would like to go for something a little more modern. This technique was favoured about 1,000 years ago.
She's got very big eyes.
Well, they're not strictly speaking eyes.
What are they then?
Onions.
Onions?
Yes, Ramesses IV started the onion trend and everyone went mad for it.
Well, bully for them, but it's not for me. Now this, I like.
Madam, excellent choice. Bang up to date. This is our state-of-the-art deluxe model. Quality sawdust stuffing, salt preservation technique, organs pickled in the finest alcohol. Just feel the quality of that bandage, madam.
Yeah, that is super. I'll take one of those.
Of course, madam should also consider what type of coffin she would like. We offer this beautiful, top-of-the-range, Pharaoh-approved casket. What a way to hit the afterlife, eh?
Yeah, it is lovely, but perhaps a tad gaudy. What are the other options?
Well, there is our peasant range.
What's that like?
A wooden box.
I'll go for the fancy one.
Madam has excellent taste. So that's one top-of-the-range mummification, plus Pharaoh-styled casket, that's 500 chickens.
I've only got one.
I can do you his nose in a box.
Done.
Yeah, it wasn't just pharaohs who got mummified in ancient Egypt. Everyone was at it. Must have been like one ginormous Halloween party. Anyway, centuries later, people started digging them up. They didn't know what to do with them all, but ended up finding some really ingenious uses.
Hi, I'm a shouty man, and I'm here to tell you about all-purpose ancient Egyptian mummy. Here in the 1800s, mummies are being dug up all over the place. But don't throw them away. Make use of them today. Are your walls looking old and tired? Then let ancient Egyptian mummy lend a hand. Just crush some mummy into a powder, add it to your paint, and watch those nasty cracks disappear. And just look at the results. This magnificent mummy filler is available in 3 colours. Dirty white, off-white, and slightly grey. And that's not all. Ancient Egyptian mummy also gets the thumbs up as a great fuel for fire. And it won't cost you an arm or a leg. Toasty! Plus, if you're feeling a little run down, Ancient Egyptian mummy is the perfect pick-me-up. Simply crush some mummy into a powder and dab it all over. It's got magical healing powers. See? It's working already. You can do it all with all-purpose Ancient Egyptian mummy. It makes an excellent present because it comes pre-wrapped. Ancient Egyptian mummy. Dig one up today.
Available in all good ancient Egyptian burial grounds. Spade not included.
Rotten Romans.
Lots of Roman emperors were a bit mad, and one of the maddest was a bloke called Nero. Nero really hated the Christian religion, and he did some pretty nasty things to Christian people. He even made them into human candles and set them on fire at his parties. Ugh, horrible.
Swords like that. His head came completely off. The crowd went, excuse me, Emperor Nero. Fabulous party.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I love what you've done with the place. I particularly like these huge candles.
Oh, yeah. I had them made specially.
Shaped like Christians.
They are Christians.
Sorry, what? Real Christians?
Yeah, actual Christians. Can we get another candle, please? Candle on lawn 6.
Emperor, I mean, how can you do that?
Oh, it's very simple. You just get a Christian, tie him to a stake, dip him in tar, stick a wick on top of him. Voila! Christian candle.
You're in excruciating pain.
I know. It's brilliant, isn't it? You know, you get to light up your garden and torture Christians at the same time. So, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone.
But isn't it a bit, dare I say it, sick?
How so?
Well, I mean, torturing a fellow human being like that. I mean,
if I didn't know any better, I'd say you feel a bit sorry for him. You're not Christian, are you? Only that candle's just gone out. We need another Christian. You were saying?
Well, I love the party, you know. Particularly like those great candles.
I agree.
Really good. Really good candles.
You like the candles, you should see the fireworks later.
It's horrible, but it's true. Nero made candles out of people. He really hated Christians. When he wasn't burning them for fun, he was making them fight lions in the Colosseum without weapons. I mean, that's hardly very sporting, is it? I mean, imagine that. Man versus lion. Ooh, I'm imagining it.
Well, commiserations, Luke. Yet another convincing victory to the Lions.
Well, yeah, very disappointing for the Christians. But when all said and done, you know, we had some very unfortunate injuries early on. Didn't favour us that Jono got his leg chewed off in the first minute.
That did seem to affect his pace a bit.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, fair play to the Lions' attack. You know, I mean, they ripped us to pieces. I mean, there was an arm here, there was a leg there, and our striker simply lost his head. Was bitten clean off. You know.
And it has affected your record. That's Lions 160, Christians 0. You have to be gutted.
Well, very nearly. But luckily I was a bit too quick for the Lions.
Do you think that the Christians will ever beat the Lions?
Well, we'll just take each game as it comes.
So, no?
No, not a prayer, no.
We do have some good news, though.
Oh, have you found my leg?
Oh, no. Oh.
Hey!
Okay. No, we haven't found your leg, but we have decided to give you our Man of the Match award. There you are.
Bless you.
Mainly, of course, for your great performance in the arena, but also because you're the only one left alive. Spoke too soon.
Slimy Stuarts.
In Stuart times, the English king was really unpopular. So unpopular, in fact, that some people started a war against him. The king lost. And that's not all he lost.
You join us here on this saddest of days in 1649 for the funeral of our beloved King, Charles I. Let's have a word with him now, Your Majesty. I can't help noticing this is your funeral, but you're not dead yet.
Well, I will be shortly. I'm about to be executed by Oliver Cromwell and his Puritans for high treason.
Isn't high treason a crime against the king? And surely you are the king.
Precisely. I did try to tell the court that they had no right to sit in judgment over a monarch.
And they told you?
To, bog off.
I notice you're wearing 2 shirts for the occasion.
Yes, well spotted. Well, I don't want the weather to cause any shivers that the crowd might mistake for fear.
A wise precaution.
I really should have worn 2 pairs of underpants.
Oh, it looks like they're ready for you now.
Here goes.
So the moment the crowd have been waiting for has finally arrived now. It's time for the royal execution. Let's hope for a nice clean cut. And... oh yes, there it is, bio my eye. I don't think they enjoy that quite as much as they thought they would. They're moving scenes indeed.
What did they do with King Charles I's head after his execution? Did they A. stick it on a spike, B. sew it back on, or C. play football with it? The answer is B. They sewed it back onto his body so his family could pay their respects.
So Charlie got the chop, and there was no king for a while, but the English people found they missed having one. So his son Charles II was put on the throne. The monarchy was restored, but not everybody was happy about it, particularly not Cromwell's super strict Puritans.
This is Mr. and Mrs. Miserable, the deeply religious Puritan family from Norwich. And they're doing a wife swap with Mr. and Mrs. Merry, the party-mad Restoration family from London. The Puritan family want to ban parties, and the Restoration family want to party all the time. I wonder how they'll get on.
Oh, hi, hello. Pleased to meet you. I'm Mr. Merry. Call me Jamie. And you are?
Mrs. Miserable.
Oh, surely you have a first name. You know, we're very informal here.
Yes, I do. It's Fight the Good Fight of Faith, a wholesome Puritan name.
Mrs. Miserable it is, then.
So did things get off to a better start in the Puritan household?
How do you do? I'm Mrs. Merry, Jeannie Merry. You must be Mr. Miserable.
Yes.
Well, let's get to know each other a bit better. I've just got my first part as an actress in a restoration comedy.
Acting is sinful. You should be whipped and put in the stocks.
OK. So far, so good.
Truly, these are terrible times. I can't believe they brought back theatre after we Puritans banned it. I mean, next thing you know, they'll be bringing back Christmas.
Oh, hello. What an adorable baby. Well, what's her name?
Silence.
Oh.
No, Silence is her name.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
Her full name is Silence Discipline. Search the scriptures. My husband chose it.
Obviously you would have chosen something a bit less gloomy.
Well, yes, I wanted to call her If Christ Had Not Died, Thou Hast Been Damned.
Would be ridiculous.
After my mother.
Perhaps silence is the way forward.
What a terrible and godly man! Since Parliament decided to restore the monarchy, England has gone to rack and ruin.
Mrs. Mills just needs to lighten up a bit. Catch up on all the fun she's missed. You know, Oliver Cromwell's dead. Puritanism is history. Hooray for Charles II. You know, the Restoration's here. Party on!
And things aren't going much better for Mrs. Merry.
Sorry, what's this?
Dinner.
Mr. Merry has laid on a party for his honoured guest.
Not enjoying the music, Mrs. Mills?
Music is sinful.
Don't suppose you fancy a dance, then?
Dancing is sinful.
Well, at least let me get you a drink.
Drinking is sinful.
Obviously. So what do you Puritans do for fun, then?
Fun is sinful.
It's time for the Puritan family and the Restoration family to settle their differences.
Oh, King Charles II be damned. A curse on your restored monarchy.
Yeah, a curse on your so-called restoration.
Your sinful ways are an abomination.
And those that sin shall burn in hell.
You like telling people off, don't you?
Well, yes, we do.
And that was fun, wasn't it?
Yes?
Yes, Pers.
And just remind me, isn't fun sinful?
You sinful Jezebel.
Oh, you're going to burn in hell.
Next time on Historical Wife Swap, it's 1778, and Mrs. Posh needs the loo.
Where, pray, is the toilet?
Well, there's a hole in the ground out back.
While Mr. Posh has to touch a peasant.
Enchanté.
Tall tales, atrocious acts. We gave you all the fearsome facts. The ugly truth, no clever glitz. We showed you all the juicy bits. Gory, ghastly, mean and cruel. Stuff they don't teach you at school. The past is no longer a mystery. Hope you enjoyed
Horrible Histories.